Hi there, I wanted to give you an overview of how Facebook works and how you can better use it as a company by using my own page. In terms of the layout, the main thing you need to know is how to post content. This is something RTP is already doing once a day. I would suggest trying to bump it up to 2 to 3 times a day. This is where the content is going to be posted. So I would write something generally about the news. I would include text, a photo, or video. This is when you're going to get the most engagement if you can include some type of media with your post. Now, to post it immediately, I would hit publish, but another important feature is the scheduler. This is something I would recommend for RTP because at one time you could knock out all your posts for the week. You can post it on a certain time and date, and you can do multiple posts all at once. So let's take a look at my most recent one. This was my announcement saying I was leaving NBC4. As you can see, I'm using a medium where the video automatically plays when you look at the page. This is something you have to think about whether you want to drive the content to be immediately seen here on your Facebook page or just push it all to your website. You can also do a middle ground, which would be to put a short clip of a conference or an interview and include the link to the full interview to still drive people to your website. Now, because I own this page, I can see how many people interacted with it. And you can see that here, 8,400 people were reached. This is how many people engaged with my video on Facebook. In terms of likes, this is where someone has seen my post and chosen to hit the like button. This would be the most important interaction because the user is saying that I acknowledge your post and I like the content that you're putting out. This is a new feature Facebook just added where I could hit thumbs up, love, ha ha ha, wow. Most people stick with like or love. In this case, 252 people liked my post. Now to go a step further, you want people to start commenting. On this, I was able to get 220 people to comment on my content, which is a good way to get engagement, see what people think about it, and then have some interaction. This is where I think RTP could really use the comment section. Ask nurses what they want to see, whether they liked it, what they're looking for. I always respond to every single comment. The other thing that happens on a page, besides liking and commenting, is sharing. Sharing is a good sign. That is someone saying, I enjoyed your content so much that I want to then share it on my own page. And that way other people can see the content as well. So this is people who shared my video on their own page, which is definitely a good sign that people like the content that they're seeing. Now, in terms of post, I always recommend adding, as I have mentioned, a video or a picture. This is when people are really going to engage with what they're seeing. So these are some of my videos, including Dr. Neil Love dunking this video right here. I can then go in and see how many people have liked and viewed my video, which is a great measure and one of the important things about Facebook because you can truly see just how many people are engaging with your content. Now I'm going to go into the back end of my Facebook page under Insights, and this is when I can start to get really detailed information on who's looking at my page in terms of how many people viewed my page per day, liked my page, and commented on my page. I can also see which posts did the best. This is ranked here on Facebook with your 5 most recent posts. This is a good measure of what's performing well and what maybe you could work on. I can see my reach and my engagement. On the side here, you can see promotions, what Facebook calls boosting post. This is their form of advertising and marketing. This is where most companies are doing it. No longer are they using commercials. Instead, they're using advertisements on Facebook. Let me show you one of my advertisements when Facebook used a promotion. They gave me $9 for free in order to show me what it's like to monetize my Facebook page. When you use money to promote a page, on the right-hand side, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to say sponsored, which is Facebook's word for advertisement. So instead of the people who like my page seeing my post, I can then get people who I'm not reaching. And I can specifically target them by age, where they live, even down to their interests, which is something you can do with RTP. I can also see how many people engaged with my post after my promotions. This is something I think could be really helpful to try to reach more people. Now back to my page. I wanted to show you a little bit of the difference between what you see on my page and what you see on RTP's page. So 6,400 likes, that's the number of people who have decided that they want to follow my page and follow my content. If we go over to Research to Practice page, right now you've got 750 people who have decided to follow your page, with 5 new page likes over the last week. It's not bad, but I do think that it's something you can certainly improve on. I've noticed with RTP's post, the first one here is a good example of what you should be doing. They should be short and to the point and have some catchy phrasing that someone would want to choose to engage. And again, when we're talking about engaging, we're meaning liking, commenting, or sharing the content. Now this post is where things start to get a little convoluted. You can see that it's a big paragraph. It's not that appealing to the eye. We're missing some capitalization, no periods. It's just not something that immediately would catch someone's attention. Now, it is a good use of photos and linking to the website. That is something you guys have been doing, and it really is reaching people better, which you can tell by the number of likes. But overall, I would suggest having something more visually appealing. So instead of just this generic photo that I now have seen a couple times, it may be different, the consensus or controversy. What about putting a short 2-minute clip, as was discussed on Friday, of one of the interviews or conferences, and then of course we can link it back to the full interview or full conference by having people go to your website. There is definitely a formula with how you can post content on your page and what Facebook generally likes to see. And a lot of it has to do with being able to just really reach people on a personal level. Facebook, you don't want people to just shove content down your throat. You want it to feel like a friend is talking to you and sharing information that you have got to see and you have got to click on. And that's where I think our TP could use a little more love and flair with how they post. I'm trying to find a news photo so you can get a better idea of how I used Facebook to reach people. Let's talk about the debate. I posed a question. I said, are you watching the presidential debate, Monday Night Football, or Dancing with the Stars? This is one way to engage people in a conversation on Facebook, and then 37 people joined in the conversation. I think this is something that you can definitely utilize on RTP's Facebook. Thanks for joining me on this Facebook tutorial. Hope it was helpful.